Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome back, welcome to my channel. I am Lisa and this is North Star Energy Healing. I hope you're all doing well today and are warm if you're in a warm climate, and if you're in a cold climate, inside and warm. It's finally going to start looking like spring here in Maine where I am. We've had snow a little bit for a couple days in a row and I'm really tired of it. But anyhow, all right, so today we're doing a reading for Virgo. This may be a little bit longer than what I said, but oftentimes, Frankie, stop it. Oftentimes my guides will prompt me, sorry, excuse me, the cat is going nuts over here, will prompt me to do readings for Virgo. This has been happening since the beginning. I don't know why, but when I have a plan, all of a sudden I will just hear to do a reading for Virgo, or Virgo will just pop into my head and I'll be like, are you sure this is what I was planning? Anyway, so this may be longer than the 15-minute one. I don't know. We'll have to see what comes out. So because you're an earth sign, I used the Earth Magic deck, the Enchanted Map Oracle, and also I used the Council of Horses because we're in the year of the fire horse. So please do remember this is a collective, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Please give the video a like. To support me, you can just do that right now. I am really growing my channel. It is growing daily, weekly, monthly, and I am so very grateful for everyone that comes here and listens to my messages. Well, the messages that Spirit sends through me, because it's not me, it's Spirit. Okay, so the first card out from the Earth Magic Oracle is River, Movement. River, movement. Fighting or blocking the flow of your life force can lead you to feeling spiritually void and disconnected from Source. Just like the metaphor of the river, it does not work to force or fight this compelling movement. When you simply pay attention and observe the flow, it becomes easier to navigate your experiences and see what lies ahead, or at least get a sense of what is to come by the ever-changing geography that unfolds as you cruise along. So this card is giving you the message of going with the flow, which I know for me that's hard because I'm a planner. I'm such an A-type personality. I feel like everything has to be planned down to the nth degree, so to speak. And for Virgos, it is also difficult because you guys want everything to be perfect, right? You like everything to be in its place, boxes checked off, and all of that. So it can be difficult to just let go and go with the flow. I understand. But this is a reminder for you that that's what Spirit is saying you need to do right now. And then from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, you have number 32, Magic Prayer. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because it is so beautiful. You see all of that beautiful light surrounding her, and she's kind of just looking up to the heavens there, and it's like she's in the middle of a forest. You can see the light coming down from above and all this beautiful light here. Magic Prayer. Speak your prayers. Listen for the answers and act in faith. Speak your prayers. Listen for the answers, act in faith. So oftentimes we say the prayer is the asking and the meditation is receiving the answer, right? Because we have to be quiet in order to hear anything. 32 is a 5, and 5s are change. So changing to that going with the flow, right? Changing to that speaking your prayers and then being able to listen for the answers. We don't always get exactly what we're asking for, and it doesn't always come immediately because our guides and the universe know what is in our best interest. So the best prayer is always for my best good, right? What is for my best good? When you see the magic prayer card, it is a reminder that your prayers will be answered. Spirit is always waiting to help you and to heal you when you're in need. That said, the best prayer is, thy will be done through me. Thy will and not mine be done. Oh, I just said that. Of course, I don't have these books memorized, but Spirit is never wrong. My guides they tell me what to say. They give me the ideas of what to say. And don't ask me to explain it because I can't. So, yeah, what we think we want may not always be in our best interest, right? So, okay. And then I don't remember what you had for your last, I don't remember what sign had this. But for the Council of Horses Oracle, you have Al Barak. I don't know why there's so much glare on these cards. It's weird. I did change where my ring light is because it was glaring off the cards when they were sitting there. Anyway, okay, Al Barak. Expect miracles, Virgos. Expect miracles. Jolt of awareness. Holding the sacred. Transcend perceived limitations. Yeah. Don't put limits on yourself, right? Believe in the reality of what you envision or experience, regardless of what the external world might negate. If others are telling you, well, that's not possible, you couldn't possibly have done that, etc., etc., they're saying the message is, no, you need to hold to you what you know to be true, right? Discover the extraordinary in the ordinary. Yeah. So you have river, going with the flow. You have magic prayer, right? That's also kind of going with the flow because you're going to put up your prayers, but you're going to ask for the universe to give you what it is that you need, right? Not what you necessarily what you want, but what you need. And then expect the miracle, right? Expect that the universe is going to give you something miraculous, my beautiful Virgos. Love that. Okay, I'm going to use the Forest Tarot. It is a beautiful deck with green edges. I love the imagery on this deck. I just like to change it up every now and then and use a different deck. Although my Gilded Tarot is my favorite. But, oh my gosh, okay. A bunch flew out, but that one turned over. The Sun. Good things are coming, right? But we have to kind of sometimes learn to be content with how things are, even if they're not 100% what we want. Justice, number 11. Libra energy. Excuse me. Gosh, there's nothing wrong with my throat until I started doing this. It happens all the time. Oh my gosh. The Sun and Justice. Better times are coming. Justice can mean that something equals out, or somebody gets, what the wording that Spirit is giving me is they get their just desserts. They get their just desserts. And if you don't, that's kind of an old-timey saying. And it just means that somebody gets what they deserve. They get their just desserts, right? Okay. So I don't know if there's somebody in your life, Virgo, that you feel like, why are they getting away with that? Why are they, they're not being honest. They're not being truthful, or they're telling somebody this and it's not right. Or, let's see, they're treating somebody wrongly, or I don't know. Somebody, I'm hearing the word tattletale, like somebody's told somebody that you did something and, anyway, they're going to get their just desserts, okay? So funny, the wording sometimes that my guides give me is a little funny. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed and you like my style of reading, please do subscribe. I am I'm heading to 1,000 subscribers, and I will be extremely happy when I reach that goal. And from there, my channel will probably start growing faster, because once you have 1,000 subscribers, YouTube will actually push your videos out more. I follow 2 readers that both have 1,000,000 subscribers, and I'm like, oh my goodness. One of them is Minnow Pond Tarot, and I think the other one is Dane Hart. Dane Hart, maybe. They're both really, really good. 2 totally different styles. Minnow Pond has 6 cameras, and he shows all these different angles, and he is hilarious to watch. I like watching him just because of his personality, right? And then Dane Hart is a very soft-spoken. She's very, it's just, they're 2 totally different styles, but I like both of those readers. My other favorite is Magician Tarot. He has just this kind of mesmerizing voice. So if you haven't checked out Magician Tarot, check his channel out. He does more readings for Sagittarius than any other sign, but he does do other signs too. All right, I digress. So your first card out is the Sun. The Sun is number 19, which is a 10, which is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a brand new cycle. I don't know why my camera's having such a hard time focusing. It comes in and goes out. But isn't that beautiful? The pattern on that sun is similar to, look, what's on the deck itself. So the Sun is better times are coming, happy times are coming, but it's also being content with what you have, being grateful for what you have, right? And then you have Justice, right? This can be Libra. Look at that beautiful card. Isn't she pretty? Looks kind of medieval there. I'm drawn to everything medieval. My husband and I got married in medieval clothing, so I love it. But yeah, she's carrying that scale, and she's kind of looking, she has a look of, not concern, concentration. Thank you, Spirit. So she's kind of concentrating on keeping everything equal and balanced, right? So this could be a message of getting things balanced, but it could be a message that somebody is going to get their just desserts, like I said earlier, because that's what kind of Spirit gave me. And it's going to resonate different for each and every person watching, right? So just take it how it works for you. And then you have the Devil. This is Capricorn energy. I don't necessarily like the imagery of the devil in this deck, but it is what it is, right? So the Devil, this is your fears. It's doing things excessively, excessively dieting, exercising, excessively scrolling on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all that. So it's doing things to excess, and that is not a good thing, right? It's also our fears. So it can be your fears. What is holding you back? Because what was that message about the river? Something in that was about holding yourself back, was it? Let me just look back for a minute. Oh, fighting or blocking the flow of your life force can lead you to feeling spiritually void and disconnected. So this could be a reminder not to let your fears hold you back from what you really want to do and who you really want to be, right? If we don't try something, we never know if it will work. Then you have the Emperor. Lots of major arcana for you. So you have Justice, Libra, the Devil, Capricorn, and the Emperor, Aries energy. Now, this is this card is number 4, stability or stagnation. Aries energy is fiery. It's Aries is the ram, right? So just hitting things head on, like diving in and hitting it head on, is kind of the energy of Aries. But the Emperor is like Virgo in that they want everything to be in order, checking the boxes, crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and sometimes this can get you into not being able to move forward because you're spending so much time, what do you call that? Analysis paralysis, right? Spending so much time trying to get things perfect, perfectly balanced, perfect, instead of just being like, okay, I can move forward with the way things are. They may not be perfect, right? But I can still move forward, right? Magic prayer, right? The universe knows what's the best thing for you, right? So when we overanalyze and we just keep going over things in our head, on paper, whatever, in the computer, whatever you're doing, you're just stagnant. You're stuck, right? And fours are stability or stagnation. So don't let things stagnate, right? And here, boom, you have the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Truth, the Sword of Truth. This, not the Ace of Truth, right? So aces are always new opportunities, right? And swords are thoughts, conversations, right? Words. So, and truth, right? So we need to be truthful with ourselves sometimes. Sometimes we need to say, what is stopping me from going forward? Am I doing this to myself? Or what is the problem with me moving forward? What is the problem with me grabbing this opportunity that somebody is giving me, right? Some sort of offer, like come do this class with me, or help me with this, or make a video here, or do posts there. And we're just like, we're paralyzed and we're too afraid. Well, I'm not going to look right. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But obviously somebody has faith in you or they wouldn't give you the offer, right, Virgos? And then you have the Nine of Cups. All right, the Nine of Cups is accomplishment. This is an emotional card. Nines are accomplishment. So he has accomplished all of this emotional stuff here, but he's sitting in the chair. In this deck, he doesn't look like he's celebrating anything, right? He kind of looks like he's sitting there contemplating, okay, what are all the things that I've done, okay? And where am I going next? This is what Spirit is giving me right now. So he's kind of sitting there just looking at everything, but he's stuck. What I'm feeling right now is this stuck energy of how to go forward, how to move forward. Instead of going with the flow like the river and accepting what the universe gives us and expecting a miracle, we're just stuck over analyzing something. I don't know why that's coming through so strong, but it is. I feel like I get that sometimes for Virgos. So, once again, the Sun, being happy and content with the way things are, even though they may not be 100% what you want. Justice, it's trying to, somebody could be getting their just desserts, like we said. Libra. But also, you're taking so much time trying to make sure that everything is exactly balanced, exactly right, that you're overthinking it, like that devil, right? The fear of taking the next step, overthinking over and over and over again. And then the Emperor coming in with crossing the T's, dotting the I's, trying to make sure everything is perfect. And then the Ace of Swords, an opportunity that tries to come through that you're stuck and can't quite get there, right? You can't quite get there because you're stuck. And then this Nine of Cups, you've done it, you've put in the work, you've created everything, it's been an emotional time doing it, and then you're just kind of sitting there still contemplating, right? So I've asked for some clarification on the situation, and you have the King of Fire, the King of Wands, masculine, top of his suit, for action and passion, right? And then you have the Empress, the birther of all things, the creator of all things. Babies, ideas, projects, new things, right? Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Nature. So, I mean, so fire and earth together create, right? Fire and earth together create. Here you have the Devil again and the Page of Wands. Yeah, so the energy is feeling like, let's look at this. So, King of Action and Passion, right? You need to get going. He's ready to get going. That's Aries, Leo, Sag energy. Then you have the Empress. That's earth energy. She is the birther of all things. The ideas that you have, stop being afraid. You have the Devil again. So Virgos, you really need to take a breath, sit back, expect a miracle, send out your prayer, get the answer, and go with the flow. Stop trying to get everything so perfect. And then you have the Page of Wands. So you could be a novice at it. It could be something new, but it can be something beautiful. It can be something beautiful trying to come in that you're too afraid to accept, right? Something beautiful being offered and trying to come in, but you're just having a really hard time accepting it and letting it in. All right, I'm going to get one more from the Magical Times empowerment cards, because I feel like you kind of need a boost. This, I mean, it is positive in that it's a reminder to go with the flow, to send up your prayers, to listen for the answer, to be content, to move forward, to set aside your fears, to stop worrying that it's not perfect, right? You got to try. You got to jump off. You got to do this thing, whatever it is for you. I don't know what it is. Remember, I'm not, this is just, I have to say this disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a, a counselor. I am giving you the messages that come through, and on YouTube, this is for entertainment purposes only. But take the messages that resonate for you, okay? Now, Magical Times Oracle. What do we have for my beautiful Virgos to end this? Yeah. You can do this, right? Prosperity. Ooh, that's a nice one. Prosperity. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Yes. Yeah. So don't have the monkey mind of worries, but have the mindset of prosperity, success, and miracles. Okay, Virgos, I truly hope this has helped. Please give it a like and comment. I would love to hear from you. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.